The equipment you will need includes a good voltmeter and an ammeter. You will also need a hydrometer to assess battery conditions. It must be remembered that for a full and complete demonstration, we're going to perform a complete circuit test. In practice, you will usually uncover the problem anywhere along the procedural route that we shall now begin. The first test and inspection begins at the battery. Do not overlook this most important item. Using your hydrometer, make sure that the state of charge is at least 70%. If it isn't, then recharge the battery before proceeding. Check that all the battery connections are clean and secure. Don't forget to check the connections at the bonding strap, where applicable. Clean and secure as required, remembering that a loose or dirty connection can cause high resistance and affect the charge rate. Next, check both the condition and tension of the drive belt to the alternator. A loose belt will reduce the alternator output as it slips. An over-tightened belt will place too much load on the rotor shaft bearings. Check number 3. Make sure that all wiring connections to the alternator are in position and that they are clean and secure. Faulty, loose, or accidentally disconnected wiring is often the problem in charging circuits. Check number 4 is to test the continuity of the alternator leads and the charge warning indicator. Begin by disconnecting both the alternator leads. Connect your voltmeter negative lead to a good earth point. Switch on the ignition, then probe each connection with the voltmeter lead. At each connection, you should read the same as the battery voltage. A 0 reading means that the circuit or wire is open-circuited. If this occurs on the small field wire, it could mean that the warning or charge indicator bulb has burned out. To test this, touch the lead to an earth point. If the lamp does not light up, then check the bulb or the supply line to the ignition switch. Check number 5 is to measure the alternator's output. To begin with, an ammeter must be connected between the alternator output terminal and the output cable. If you have a molded connector, you will have to use jumper wires to connect the field circuit. Returning to our test vehicle, we now switch on the headlamps and drain the battery for around 2 to 3 minutes. Have someone start the engine and hold the revs at about 3000. Keep the lights on and immediately note the amperage as the engine revs build up. Actual specified amperages or outputs vary between different alternators. You will need to look up the specifications for the model or type on which you are testing. As a general guide, you should obtain at least 30 amps. Readings below 25 amps would indicate a fault in the alternator, which should now be removed for a thorough bench test and inspection. Let's break now as you test an alternator charge system.